What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with an update of Breon Ansley, the former Classic Physique Olympia champion. So Breon has been killing it in this post-Olympia phase, getting bigger, putting on more muscle, but at the same time staying very lean and looking in a very solid body composition. So I'm gonna say this again, the man is a few years late in terms of making that transition into the 212. But not according to him. He feels healthy, injury-free, and the biggest difference maker for next year, that could be him trying to get better with every passing day. While 2025 on the other hand, him being a bodybuilder, that wasn't his top priority. He was traveling for majority of this year, and he was kind of split between doing the Olympia this year or skipping it altogether. And honestly, the way this chapter ended for Breon in Classic Physique, where he placed outside of that top 10, 14 to be precise, which has been the lowest placing of his entire Classic Physique career. And that too by a mile. It could have been a lot better if he just skipped and tried to focus on the Olympia next year and for the 212 class. Now the fact is things won't be any easier for him in a bigger division. He's fighting guys who are very young, very gifted, who are way bigger and way more muscular than him. They have some unbelievable size, density and shapes. But one thing is guaranteed, that Breon will look his personal best in the 212, as he will be more rounded, more muscular, because he won't be sucking down to make the weight. So I for one expect him to be about 20 pounds heavier on the stage in the 212. And that is being very realistic, getting his weight down to his Classic Physique weight cutoff. That has been the biggest challenge, and he won't have to do that anymore. So, the question is, can he grow his legs at the age of 45? Well, his fate, that heavily relies on this question. Before you scroll or blink too hard, have you subscribed yet? Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am. Next up, we have an update from 2 times Olympia champion Big Ramy. So just have a look at how effortlessly the man is moving 5 plates on that chest press. So Big Ramy has always been a very strong bodybuilder. Throughout his career, that has been the case, and he was kind of underappreciated for most part of his pro career, especially at the beginning. The Big Ramy was an actual specimen. Plus, the fans, they always wanted him to have the same tie-ins, the same bubbliness and roundness as the legend Phil Heath, which was never gonna happen. That was impossible because that's how his genetics are. So now coming back to today, could this be the build-up for Big Ramy's comeback and his training camp for the upcoming Arnold, Ohio? Well, this will be a show with the most amount of prize money in the history of this sport. And if the comeback has to ever happen, I do not think that Big Ramy can delay that any further. It has already been 3 years since he stepped on any bodybuilding stage. And honestly, we all saw how improved Big Ramy looked from the Olympia to the Arnold back in 2022 with just a few weeks of getting that stem cell treatment. But the judges somehow, they failed to acknowledge or notice that. But Ramy at his last show back in 2023, that was a pretty damn impressive version of him, and he deserved a better placing than top 4. So the problem right now is that we are all just speculating based on the rumors that Big Ramy might jump into another show. But the one thing that has been confirmed by multiple sources is that Big Ramy legit has some visa issues in the past few years. So regardless of where he places, Big Ramy coming back to the stage, that is going to be groundbreaking news in the bodybuilding world. So the pressure is now off from the reigning 2 times Olympia champion Derek Lunsford as he enjoys some well-deserved holidays with his family and his friends. So if you have followed Derek long enough, you know he loves cookies. So here is him today about to have this treat. So what Derek did in 2025, doing 3 of the biggest shows in 1 year. And yes, there are some other pros who did a lot more shows than him. But there is a difference when the shows are back to back versus when they are stretched months apart. So part of the reason why everyone was rooting against Derek at the Olympia this year was the fact that nobody was confident that he can peak that good at the Olympia the way he did at the Arnold, because he kind of had a mishap at the Pittsburgh Pro. But the man proved many people wrong, not once, but twice this year, first at the Arnold and then at the Olympia. And the reason I'm saying that is because this goes all the way back to the Arnold, when the whole of bodybuilding media was saying that there is no way Derek will ever beat Samson again, and some people even had him losing to Andrew Jack. But the man shut everyone up. So it's probably gonna be another few weeks of him relaxing, taking his time from everything, which has been a tradition for many bodybuilding greats from the past too. So Ronnie Coleman, he used to take 3 months off after winning the Olympia. So once he resumes his training, the focus for next year, there will be getting some density in the chest and the arms area. And you have to agree with him when he said in that interview with Ron Harris that if he improves on those areas too, it's gonna be game over for everyone. So he got the perfect score at the prejudging despite having weaknesses. That is how high the judges rate his physique. So just imagine him with more detailed chest and delts. It's not gonna be easy to beat him. So Anthony Williams is gearing up to make his IFBB Pro debut at the prestigious Arnold Classic 2026. And the more you look at that physique and the progression, the more you feel like that he isn't just showing up for attendance. That looks like a world-class physique ready to take on the pro level. Especially some of his shots, like the front double, the abs and thigh, they are absolutely insane, as he has that crazy V-taper, those unreal proportions. So the man has that unbelievably small waistline. Not to mention the lats on him, they are simply world-class. So the last time we saw him on the stage, that was actually earlier this year, when he won his pro card at the Arnold Amateur. And he has been in that improvement phase since that time. So I for one am very much looking forward to him and John Jewett getting together, who by the way is his coach. And he's gonna get some training and posing sessions with him. And with John in his corner, we know he will be on in terms of conditioning at his next showing. So the front on this guy, that will be extremely competitive. The side leg, that is already looking nasty. The only thing that's yet to be seen on how that's gonna look, especially in comparison to the other top pros, that is his back. And that is the area where most of these bodybuilders, they are kind of lacking. So what do you guys think of Anthony's potential? So the one person in classic physique whom I had better expectations from for the Olympia this year, that was Matt Grego, who by the way placed top 10 at the Olympia this year, which isn't a bad placing, but the fact that he was top 3 at the Arnold Ohio this year, and he beat a guy like Wesley Wazers not just once, but twice, and also Michael the Bull. So him placing top 10, that was a bit lower than expected. Nevertheless, the man is back on the grind, and we might again see him at the Arnold Ohio next year. So this is actually one of the guy who made a very successful transition from men's physique into classic physique. And the way he has made progress just in a matter of 3 years, it's kind of hard to understand how he makes the weight cutoff. So there is a chance that this is another guy, like Ors and all these other guys from classic. We might see him in the open bodybuilding, maybe next year or the year afterwards, because the man is built like that. So he has been in the team of Derek Lunsford and Chris Aceto for quite some time now. And we have seen some of the craziest transformations from this guy in the past couple of years. So let me know what you guys think. Can he be top 6 in Classic Physique Olympia? Or should he switch over to the men's open bodybuilding? Also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.